Concern tonight in Baltimore City over staffing shortages in the fire department. The union president says firefighters and paramedics need help and support from the administration, and they are not getting it. Rachel Carden explains those effects could trickle down to people at home who need help.
The union president tells us some of the working conditions for the men and women of the Baltimore City Fire Department are unacceptable, and he says morale is the worst it's ever been. The men and women who put out Baltimore City fires and respond to your calls for help are asking for a little bit themselves.
The morale in this department is the lowest I've seen it in my 19 years.
Union President Rich Langford says this past weekend multiple units, so engines, ladder trucks, and ambulances, were off the road because of staffing.
Last weekend we had about 7 to 8 units closed. Some of those were suppression units. Some of those were EMS units.
Langford says that the shortages are causing longer response times. On Sunday, crews that were from stations further away responded to a fire on Hilton Parkway because the closest station didn't have the manpower to go.
The staffing issue is about the citizens of Baltimore and their safety. People shouldn't have to wait 30, 45 minutes for an ambulance to arrive to get them to the hospital.
Baltimore City Fire tells us they did not close any stations over the weekend, but temporarily disbanded some due to staffing.
This staffing issue has been going on for months.
One example he gives was the promise of 60 more EMS units by the end of May 2021. The city only hired 11.
That's a far cry from 60.
He's hoping the city will consider hosting trainings 2 to 3 times a year to beef up the department as they continue to lose folks due to retirement and injuries. He says in the coming weeks there will be several units, including EMS units, that are expected to be closed due to staffing shortages. In Baltimore City, I'm Rachel Carden for WJZ.